UFC 196. She is your new UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, Miesha Tate. Miesha, I know this has been a long time coming. You've been working your whole career towards this. What are you feeling right now?
I'm just so emotional. I can't describe it, honestly. I'm freaking out inside, but I'm exhausted because it's been a long journey. I'm tired, but I'm so excited. Like, my heart is just overwhelmed with joy. And you know, we had a family accident on Brian's side of the family. His nephew was 22 years old and involved in a near-death logging accident just like a week and a half ago, and he's just fighting for his life right now. His brain is swelling, and he's still under heavy sedation and not really woken up yet. So I promised myself I'd go out there and win this belt for him so that I could bring it back up to him and wrap it around him until he wakes up, you know, so.
That's amazing. And obviously this belt's for you too. I mean, you are a pioneer of women's MMA. You've been in this sport a very long time. And that UFC belt has always been so close to your grasp, but now it's in your hands. What about that performance you think stands out to you the most, besides that submission, which we will get into?
Well, you know, I knew I had to play it cool with her because she's so good. Like, she's so good at what she does, and she's so calculated out. I knew she could put anyone away at any time, and I didn't want to be overzealous, but I knew I had to push the pace enough to win the fight. And you know, I definitely think she won a few of those rounds, you know, like maybe first, second, and third, you know, or first, third, and fourth. It's hard to know when you're in there exactly, but I think she outpointed me a little bit, and I knew in that fifth round, I was like, I gotta gut it out. I've gotta take the risk. I was like, if she knocks me out, she knocks me out, but I've gotta move forward. I've gotta get that takedown. I've gotta try to finish this, because if I don't, I didn't want to lose a decision. So I was either gonna go out on the getting knocked out, or I was gonna go out with the finish.
Yeah, well, you were correct the way the judges scored that. The first, third, and fourth for her, all three judges give you a 10-8 in that second round. Wow. How much confidence did that give you, knowing, all right, you know what, if this goes to the canvas, which I can take it to, this fight's mine?
I felt really confident once we hit the ground. I was like, okay, you know, I think I'm definitely dominant here. I knew once I got it to the ground that I was gonna find openings. And you know, the second round, but the first round that I took it to the ground, I felt really, really good there, really at home, and all that work that I put in time into their wrestling since I was 15 definitely paid off, and felt like I had an advantage there for sure. So when I got it down in that fifth round, I'm like, I gotta get after this. I've gotta get after this.
You were on her back. She then tried to slam you, kind of take you over. You wrapped your leg around, so you were able to stay on her and actually make that choke even stronger. If you can, walk us through it.
I think when she threw me forward, it really actually sunk the choke in, because I was on the choke, and as she threw me forward, it like really popped it under there and like sunk it. It folded her neck over the choke, so I think it actually tightened it. But she had to try something, you know, and that's the heart of the champion that she has. You know, she was gonna go out giving it everything that she had. It was a last-ditch effort on her part, and I give her props. You know, she did what anyone with a champion's heart would do.
Yeah, and you proved that you have a champion's heart. We've known that about you for a long time. You've always had gutsy performances, but now you are the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. Your dreams have come true. Where do you go from here? Is this a time where you take a break? Is this a time where you say, let's do this, I'm ready to defend already?
I want to stay busy. I would like to stay active. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm not going anywhere, but you know, I want to do this, and I want to do it big, and I want to do the best that I can. You know, I'm going to Australia for the first time. UFC has me going to the Brisbane fight, so I'm very excited that I get to take this belt with me. I'm gonna obviously enjoy a little bit of vacation time, but you know, champions got to train all the time. Like, it's one thing to get here, it's a whole other ball game to stay here. So I think most of the work is still ahead of me.
Interesting. Anything in particular you feel like, okay, this is what I really need to improve?
I mean, I need to improve everything, you know. I didn't knock her out, so I got to improve my striking. I didn't, you know, take her down every time that I wanted to take her down. So there's always things to improve on. And I would have liked to get that first rear naked choke, but hey, you know, it's MMA. It doesn't always go perfectly, but I'm overall excited with the performance, and I'm happy that I came away with a finish.
I know people are going to kill me if I don't ask, so any names of someone you'd like to face next, or are you just letting the UFC tell you?
Yeah, it's up to the UFC. My job is to show up and fight. I don't pick who I fight. You know what I mean? So it's whoever they put in front of me. That's the champion's job. I don't pick the number one contender. They do.
Yeah, and I've got to imagine tonight's celebration is full of cupcakes.
Hell yes, absolutely.
So deserved, Miesha.
I'm gonna be in a sugar coma by the end of the night, for sure.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna check on you just to make sure you didn't eat too much fun. No, congratulations, Miesha. For those of us that know you, we know how hard you work. We know how long this has been a dream for you. So congratulations. Enjoy every moment.
Thank you so much.